The biggest sign your wife doesn't respect you, and what to do. How can you tell if your wife doesn't respect you? What are the signs to look out for? Ask any relationship guru and he'll tell you these things. She pushes you around. She's nitpicky, always finding fault with what you do. She doesn't acknowledge your authority. She thinks she's the boss of the marriage, not you. Or, the worst of all, she puts you down, in private, and especially in public. And guess what? These are all valid signs. If you see them, you can be sure she's not respecting you as her husband as much. And yet, here's the thing. There's one huge sign that's missing from the list, and it's the sign of doom, because if you see that sign, it means this. She has so little respect for you, she's going to leave you. In my experience, when we see sign of doom, divorce is not a matter of if, but when. But here's the good news. You can solve the problem of a disrespectful wife, especially if you detect it early. And it all starts with knowing why women disrespect their men. It's all about tackling the issue at its roots and stopping it before it gets worse. I mean, it makes sense that way, right? So what's the main reason some wives don't respect their husbands? We'll get into this next, but for now, let me do a quick survey. Would you agree or disagree on this following statement? Wives should respect their husbands as the leader of the marriage and the head of the family. Yes or no? Enter your answer in the comment section below. Simply write yes or no. I'll be here waiting as you do that. Go. Done? Great. So, why do you think the main reason that your wife is disrespectful? Well, it's this. She doesn't fear losing you. In fact, in the corner of her mind, she fantasizes about living without you. Finally, she'll get to do the things she wants to do, away from the burdensome duty of being your wife. Again, some relationship guru may tell you other reasons. A divorce may happen because of financial problems, or communication breakdown, or infidelity. But you know what? Those are simply symptoms of the main reason. She doesn't fear losing you. Because why? Even if she actually loses you, your life doesn't get worse. In fact, in a sick, twisted way, it could even get better. I mean, if she divorces you, she'll hit the jackpot and get your money. And that's not all. If there's another man out there she respects more than you, take it from me, she wants to bang him. Here, she wants to lose you because your replacement is already here. It all makes perfect sense if you think about it. When her life can only get better without you, how do you think she'll behave? So, you might think, why is she doing this, Fredo? Can't she just accept me and try to save our marriage like I am? The answer, it's because of how women's minds work. It's all about human evolution. Through hundreds of thousands of years, women have figured out one crucial thing, that their happiness relies on getting the love and support of strong, able men. Consider this. Men are generally larger and stronger from an overflow of testosterone. We are better equipped for tough physical tasks like hunting and fighting. And meanwhile, women have lots of oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone. This makes them great mothers, teachers, and caregivers. So, throughout history, the best relationship between a man and a woman has often been like this. The wife relies on the husband's strength and guidance to stay safe. In return, the husband protects her and takes care of her and the children's needs. In this kind of relationship, women are usually happiest and most satisfied. They're also more respectful because, why? They understand that losing their husband's love would fuck them up. Everything makes sense so far? Okay, now think about this. What happens if a woman realizes her husband is weak and submissive? Worse, what if there's a stronger and dominant male out there who is ready to take over from him? Guess what? Losing her husband doesn't sound like a terrible deal after all, does it? There's no reason to respect him as he's no longer the leader and protector she expects him to be. Remember, she doesn't simply decide to act shitty with you. This is 100% instinctive on her part. Women are shitty to weak men. This is a law of nature, something we men must accept. Got all that? Good. Now we know the main reason behind a woman's disrespect. It's easier to tackle the issue. But before we get into that, let's pick up where we left earlier. What's the sign of doom that signals an impending divorce? Well, here it is. She talks badly about you with her friends and family. Why is that the sign of doom? Well, this is where we tie everything together. Remember how women disrespect their husbands when they feel insecure and unprotected? When she talks shit about you with her friends and family, she's telling them this. I'm going to leave him. He's weak. I can no longer depend on him protecting me. She's setting the stage for your exit, and possibly the entrance of your replacement. And that's why we call it the sign of doom. It's the signal that your marriage is ending. If you don't do something, trust me, it will end. Here's the good news, however. Now that you know why your wife disrespects you, the solution is obvious, right? All you need to do is to make your wife feel dependent on you again. She needs to believe that losing you would completely fuck her life up. She gains nothing except pain, grief, fear, and shame. The question is, how do you make this happen? Well, there's a solution to your problem, and it's tied to a concept we call emotional enslavement. As Derek Rake from Shogun Method says, a lasting marriage results from interdependency, not love. If your wife depends on you emotionally, she will stick with you through thick and thin. It's a simple idea. Here's the kicker though. Just because the idea is simple, it doesn't mean it's easy. There are steps you need to follow to bring your wife to emotional dependency, and they are: Step 1. Create intrigue. Step 2. Build rapport. Step 3. Generate attraction. And Step 4. Lead into emotional enslavement. These 4 steps are the legendary IRA model inside Shogun Method. All you need to do is to follow each of the 4 steps and you'll reach the holy grail: your wife's emotional dependency on you. It all depends on you now. If you want your wife's respect and secure the future of your marriage, the IRA model holds the key. All you need to do now is go to iramodel.com and follow the instructions. iramodel.com